ashamed,
Feel embarrassed or guilty because of something people do or have done. For example, she was ashamed to ask her brother for money.
bashful,
Easily embarrassed and uncomfortable or shy. For example, she gave a bashful smile when she was introduced.
blush,
Become pink in the face, usually from embarrassment. For example, I blush to think of what a fool I made of myself.
cold,
At a low temperature, especially when compared to the temperature of the human body. For example, Brenda feels cold at school.
confident,
Being certain of your abilities or having trust in people, plans, or the future. For example, she says be a bit more confident in yourself.
depressed,
Unhappy and without hope. For example, he seemed a bit depressed about his work situation.
disgusted,
Feeling extreme dislike or disapproval of something. For example, I am totally disgusted with your behavior. Who never wash your sock?
ecstatic,
Extremely happy. For example, he gave an ecstatic sigh of happiness.
enraged,
Very angry. For example, she became enraged and crashed out of the room.
expressionless,
Not showing what someone thinks or feels. For example, this child has such an expressionless voice.
flushed,
Red in the face. For example, Sophia looks a little flushed.
frightened,
Feeling fear or worry. For example, he was frightened that his friend would fall.
frustrated,
Feeling annoyed or less confident because you cannot achieve what you want. For example, Jerry is feeling frustrated in his present job.
guilty,
Feeling guilt. For example, Dave feels so guilty about forgetting her girlfriend's birthday.
joyful,
Very happy. For example, I have very much to feel joyful this time.
hopeful,
Having hope or causing you to hope. Believing or causing you to believe that something desired will happen. For example, I'm hopeful that when both sides understand the situation better, my parents will agree to meet.
hungry,
Wanting or needing food? For example, Tom is always hungry when they get home from school.
lonely,
Unhappy because you are not with other people. For example, he gets lonely now that his wife and the kids have left home.
hurt,
Feeling pain. For example, Brenda's shoulders hurt because she was so tired.
nervous,
Worried and anxious. For example, she's always been nervous around the men.
optimistic,
Hoping or believing that good things will happen in the future. For example, she is optimistic about her team to win those games this time.
proud,
Feeling pleasure and satisfaction because people connected with you have done or got something good. For example, when our dad became our hero, we think we were the proudest children on the face of the earth.
Pain.
Feeling physical or emotional discomfort. For example, he winced in pain as the doctor examined his pained arm.
Puzzled.
Confused because you do not understand something. For example, he had a puzzled look on his face.
Regretful.
Feeling sadness or disappointed. For example, it is very regretful that her plan did not go smoothly.
Relieved.
Happy that something unpleasant has not happened or has ended. For example, I'm so relieved to see you again. I thought you'd already gone.
Shocked.
Offended or upset by something that you consider to be wrong or unacceptable. For example, she was shocked at the language her daughter's friends used.
Scared.
Feeling frightened. For example, I was scared of this house. I wanted to go home.
Sick.
Feeling ill as if you are going to vomit. For example, Jason felt sick the morning after the breakfast.
Smug.
Too pleased or satisfied about something. You have achieved or something you know. For example, he's been unbearably smug since he gave up smoking.
Sorry.
Feeling regret. For example, Tom, I'm so sorry about last night. It was all my fault.
Stubborn.
Refusing to change your actions or opinions. For example, she's so stubborn, she'll never admit that she was wrong.
Surprised.
Feeling or showing surprise because something has happened that you did not expect. For example, she looked at him with a surprised expression on her face.
Suspicious.
Making you feel that something illegal is happening or that something is wrong. For example, he looks very suspicious hanging around by the park. I'm sure he's up to something.
Thirsty.
Needing to drink. For example, I felt hot and thirsty after the gym.
Thoughtful.
Carefully considering things. For example, she has a thoughtful approach to his work.
Unamused.
Feeling somewhat annoyed or disapproving. For example, she was unamused and then stopped talking.